Today I'm going to share a little bit about my family, and I think it's a very private matter, but I feel like I can open my heart to you guys. And so I grew up in a household full of violence. My father was an alcoholic, a very aggressive one. He actually beat on my mom about every other day. When we actually got away from that was when my mother said, "Put on your shoes and let's go. We have to leave." And the next day we woke up and we were back at our house again. And it was like, how many times do we have to go through this? So today I'm gonna introduce you to Interface, and I'm gonna persuade you to think about donating money and time to this great cause. Interface helps out about 26,000 individuals every year. And about 100 volunteers help out every year, and 90 are staff. So I really believe that this program has a lot to offer. Today I will inform you about the Interface programs that are offered. They have a court-appointed specialist advocates called CASA. They also have a family resource center and a family intervention for violence. That's just the minimum programs they have, but they have much more. I also chose this topic because, it's, like I said, it's really close to my heart, and I believe that domestic violence took a lot of me. It took away from me being emotionally healthy. It took a lot of me learning, just being able to learn. I think it took a lot of me being socially okay as well. And I really believe that this is a really strong program that should be offered to women and children. So let's rewind the clock 15 years ago. 15 years ago, my mom was immigrant in the immigrant status, and her voice was not heard. Neither was mine. The family and the domestic violence that we endure in this community is very high. 50% of that is starts from domestic violence, which leads to 50% of women and children being affected and end up being homeless, according to the District Attorney of Ventura County. Also, children under the age of 12 reside in households that report domestic violence, and that's also according to the DA office of Ventura County. So knowing that firsthand that this has happened to me, and my mom never actually sought help, I really want to find a solution to this. So let's go ahead and do that. Interface gives hope and structure back to the families, which means Interface actually introduces a new life for them. They actually take them in and provide a home for them, which means they have everything that a household should have, like toiletries, toys, support system. They walk them through finding help, finding a job as well. They also provide counseling for the children and the mothers. And then they set up goals for them, not just to, you can lay around and, hang out and play the victim. No, they actually have structured where they would actually go through steps to actually get out of the system. And they also provide small groups for counseling for children and for women. And they also provide sexual abuse prevention program for children. Now, I wasn't abused by my father in that way, but I was abused violently, like, we would yell at us and stuff like that. So that really broke me down as a person. So I do believe that children do need these programs for them. So let's go ahead and dig into our pockets and find some change or some time today to help out this great cause. So how do we give back? We can also be volunteers, and you have to be 21 years old, you have to have a driver's license, a clean driving record, and a physical auto insurance. And I know that sounds like a lot, but you want stable people to help out other people, because you don't want to bring somebody that's not ready to help another person that actually needs it. I know it's a lot of requirements, but if you have that in your heart to do that as well as, in your background check to help out, you should definitely do so. Another option is to also, other options that you can do as a volunteer is to actually call the 211 center. And I don't know how many of you guys have heard of the 211, and it's basically, it's like the 411, but it's a 211. So what you do is you call and say, I'm depressed, and I'm getting beat by my husband, my child's being abused at school, or whatever the situation may be, and they lead you to the right resource. So this is a great, and it's actually a nonprofit organization, so this is really by volunteers. A lot of this happens by volunteering. So, and then you can also be a community outreach volunteer. You can also, this is just a few, but you can also give back by giving the gift of cash, check, credit card, or the gift of real estate, or tangible personal property. And I didn't know what that was, but it's like any art piece that is valuable and you can give away. So today, I just hope that you find in your heart to give to a great cause, because it is something that is needed in this community. 26,000 people use this every year, and I believe that my mother could have been one of those people, but she chose not to, so I live a very hard life. And I wish that you would take the time out of your day to give a few hours or donate some money. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Is there any website where we can check some
Yes.
information? What is the website?
It's called Interface, and then you can go into, you can just go into www.interface.com and it should come up. Also, you can call 211 and they can refer you to